I take it that you are constructing this gigafactory. It's built well. It's not built entirely, but at least a portion of it is operational. Large portion of it. However, a portion of it is up. And that's a huge thing. When the gigafactory is completed, it will be the world's largest footprint building of any sort. Literally of any kind, not only factories. Is this the biggest rocket ever? The biggest structure? As an example, I believe that if you say, well, we want to accomplish these goals, then you kind of have to make a big thing. It's not scale for size's sake. You have this enormous structure, It will indeed produce batteries. Lithium will be used to produce the batteries. Our upcoming event isn't quite an opening party because it has been running for a while, but it will be a party nonetheless. Would any of you like to attend? We'll be there. Okay, great, of course. We will attend the battery party. They can't come, though. This is like they can't come, right? It's worth seeing. Just this is absurd. No, this resembles an extraterrestrial dreadnought. I adore battery parties, so it's pretty crazy. However, that's correct. However, let's talk about where these lithium-ion batteries are. Yes, so our phone's batteries are the same ones. No, they aren't. Describe. Could you please elaborate? Yes, I'm interested in lithium. Have you developed a battery that works? Well, yes. In general, you can believe about 1% of what you read about batteries because there is so much false information out there. Well, perhaps. Lithium-ion encompasses a wide variety of technologies. And, the power density, energy density, and cycle life of one chemistry can change greatly from another. They can differ greatly from one another. We have a direct view of the drama that has been taking place, from court cases to compensation schemes and everything in between. So grab some popcorn and prepare yourself for an exciting journey filled with new discoveries. Are you prepared to explore the fascinating world of Tesla, tsla, in depth? Hold on tight, because we're about to take you on an exciting tour through the many facets of recent events involving Elon Musk and Tesla, the electric powerhouse. We have a special request for you, though. Before we get into the exciting details, please hit the like button and subscribe to Tesla Stock News to show your support. Let's get going now. Tesla is reportedly planning to increase the size of its battery manufacturing facilities in Nevada. To build a new plant, they will be using idle CATL equipment in China. Tesla will have complete control over this plant and will bear all expenses. The CATL staff will be mostly involved in helping to set up the equipment. As part of a larger effort to strengthen the American lithium iron phosphate cell supply chain, this new facility is expected to manufacture batteries for Tesla's massive battery NEAP pack product. This action also raises the possibility that Tesla will purchase battery credits straight from the government. Given that it signals a rise in battery output, this news now appears to be encouraging for Tesla. However, because the report's sourcing is uncertain, other experts suggest treating it with caution. The report may or may not be accurate, but this has not been confirmed. The $7,500 credit that is presently unavailable for the Model 3 might be unlocked if Tesla does manage to acquire these additional cells and use them for automobiles. One intriguing query that has been brought up is whether Tesla intends to construct a second megafactory or if their current LFP facility, which is only operating at 50% capacity, is experiencing battery issues. Their car business could benefit more from the possibility of a Tesla CATL US factory, which would qualify them for the $7,500 initial refund and eventually lower the price of their cars. Turning around, there has been news of a lawsuit filed by a consortium of 25 California counties against Tesla. They claim that Tesla handled hazardous material improperly at its locations throughout the state. Although civil penalties are sought in this action, the maximum penalty under California's hazardous waste management legislation is $70,000 per violation per day. Though it's unlikely to have a big effect on Tesla's financial situation, it's still worthwhile to keep an eye out for any new developments. Let's move on to some good news about Tesla shares. Tesla has regained its second place in Cathie Wood's largest fund by continuously buying its own shares. Furthermore, Tesla just opened for business in China, where clients may now order the Model 3 or Model I. A public survey, meantime, indicates that 87% of participants support Tesla moving its incorporation to Texas, the location of its actual headquarters. This suggests that Elon Musk is very committed to the company's future. In other developments, Tesla has introduced the Model I hardware 4.0N. Tasha of ARK Invest has also emphasized the notable developments in AI and autonomous driving, suggesting that these vehicles are starting to seem safer than those operated by people. They frequently decide to turn off FSD in difficult circumstances, especially when driving with passengers. They point out that sudden disengagements are a problem with FSD1, and they hope that FSD2 would offer more seamless transitions, perhaps with tactful warnings. Early adopters into the robotaxi business, with Tesla at the forefront, now stand to gain a great deal, according to ARK. Even while the figures can seem overwhelming, it's important to keep in mind that by 2030, robotaxis might produce an incredible $28 trillion in economic value. Moving on to charging schedules, investors in Tesla stock have some great news. Charging times for a 200-mile range have increased by almost 3 times in the last 5 years, from 40 minutes to just 12. Additionally, there is hope that within the next 5 years, this could decrease even more to just 4 minutes. This quick development in charging is encouraging for the uptake of electric vehicles. Going forward, when they get ready to introduce their robotaxi service, Tesla's data advantage is a huge benefit. Tesla is in a position to spearhead the biggest AI effort in the world, since it has access to 50 times more driving data than some of its rivals and 2,180 times more than others. The growing popularity of electric vehicles may force established automakers to reorganize and combine in order to remain competitive. The likelihood that these businesses will need to make major adjustments in order to adjust to the changing automotive industry is growing. In other news, some people are worried about the Federal Reserve's decision to keep interest rates the same. Although they earlier alluded to a potential rate increase, they have since changed their stance on future policy to one that is more balanced. The likelihood of a rate cut in March has decreased from 60% to 45%, and there is now conjecture that rate decreases would be postponed until May or June. Concerns have also been raised by the removal of a statement about the stability and soundness of the U.S. banking system, especially in light of the recent 32%, nearly 43% drop in a bank stock at its lowest point in a single day. We shall keep a careful eye on this scenario in case there are any systemic repercussions. Gary thinks there are ways to resolve the issue with Elon Musk's salary, including re-examining, approving, and getting shareholder approval. It is recommended that Elon not be directly involved in creating his own remuneration scheme. Additionally, given that the court might have ignored precedent, Tesla may choose to appeal the ruling to the Supreme Court. The Delaware Supreme Court has demonstrated an independent position and frequently follows its own path, which is significant. Given the current situation, there is no assurance that shareholders would automatically support the 2018 remuneration package. To demonstrate their ongoing support for Elon, some contend that it should be approved. The worry here is that Elon's desire to meet the objectives stated in the compensation plan may suffer if he ever questions the support of the shareholders. This ambiguity can make development more difficult. We should now focus on the legal implications of this issue. Some speculate that the judge's ruling might have been influenced by politics. Examining the links here is worthwhile. The judge who decided against Elon was employed at the Delaware legal firm Young Conaway prior to taking over as the head of the Delaware Chancery Court. It's interesting to note that over the years, President Joe Biden has received large donations from this company and its staff. The fascinating part is that in 2016, Hunter Biden invited then Vice President Joe Biden to speak at a Young Conaway campaign event for Congressman John Carney. McCormick, a partner at Young Conaway, was nominated to her post on the Delaware Chancery Court by John Carney, who ultimately became governor. There's more, though. In a March 2018 email, Hunter Biden threatened to sue his Chinese business partners, claiming to personally know each judge on the Delaware Chancery Court. To make matters worse, he even suggested filing a lawsuit in the Chancery Court. In response to Elon Musk's purchase of Twitter and his intention to reinstate free expression, President Biden